Ooga booga hooga booga hoo. What's this? You said head to the roof. I think this is the roof. Not too sure. I'm so confused on what to do. Let's just go here.
Paladin dance.
You ready to move out?
Yes.
Ready? Outstanding. Follow me, and try not to lag behind.
Should we go? Oh. Were you gonna be running the whole time?
We'll take this alley. Follow me. Arcjet is a short hike to the west. If we take this road, we should be able to avoid the larger...
Let me... Mods. How do I put in mods? Well, settings. Gameplay. Let's put it on very easy because I'm not very good. Sensitivity high. Vibration on. Control. Display. Crosshair. I don't really need it that much. Audio. Footsteps is important to hear.
Of ferals infesting Cambridge.
Cambridge.
Traveling this far from the police station is a risk.
Cambridge, lad, you from there? I mean, hello, my friend. Are you from Cambridge, young sir?
Relocate my team. But Scribe Halen detected some disturbing energy.
Yep.
That need to be investigated. We don't know much about them, except that they're short-lived and broadcast on a frequency only attainable with a high level of technology. We're
What the hell? I still don't... Oh, I think you can like slow-mo shoot people with this. I want to try to get the best armor and weapons in the game. Oh shit. Oh, that's the wrong button.
We've got company.
The aiming is so weird.
It might surprise you to learn that my recon team isn't the first to visit the Commonwealth. Over the last 7 years, 2 other teams were sent here by the Brotherhood to gather technology. The first team's mission was a huge success. They came back with crates full of pre-war artifacts and historical documents. The second wasn't so fortunate. Shortly after they arrived, we lost contact with them, and they haven't been heard from since. As far as my team goes, we've lost 4 good men to this godforsaken wasteland. We've been a target from the moment we arrived. But despite our setbacks, I don't intend to give up and head home, or end up missing.
Here are the 5 best weapons to get early on in Fallout 4.
Let's show them how the Brotherhood... There it is, Arcjet Systems. There shouldn't be any exterior security, so we'll head in through the front.
Excuse me, Paladin Vance?
Pick up the pace. Time's wasting. It was corporations like this, the last nail in the coffin for mankind. They exploited technology for their own gains, pocketing the cash and ignoring the damage they've done. Look at these wrecks. It appears as though the facility's automated security's already been dealt with.
Looks like we missed the party.
You're making a foolishly hasty assessment. Look at the evidence. There isn't a single spent ammunition casing or drop of blood in sight. These robots were assaulted by Institute synths.
What's the Institute?
They're a group of scientists who went underground when the Great War started. Spent the last few decades littering the Commonwealth with their technological nightmares.
I'll be on the lookout.
Roger that. Let's move out.
So the scientists...
This place is a mess,
Hmm.
but I still see a few pieces of salvage that the Brotherhood might be interested in. After we're done here, I'll have to mark this place for sweep and retrieve. Looks like a dead end. See if you can find a way to get that door open. I'm gonna reconnoiter the area.
I'm gonna guess through a terminal.
Won't be able to hack this. Hey. Over here. Move here.
Why are you looking at that?
Here.
Find a way to get into here. I don't think so. Genuinely, I don't think so. I don't know what to do. Yeah? Oh no.
Security's too good. Dance?
No time for questions now. We have to keep moving.
This is Scrap.
Right here. We're gonna fuck him. Boy.
Throwing fucking grenades at me?
Find something sturdy and get down!
Oh, I find the place. Holy Jesus, it's true. Fat man nuke launcher. That looks much better.
Right at the entrance here, you're going to find some tyres. And just in between the tyres and gate post, you'll find a mini nuke. Now, if you're looking for a big leg up at the start of the game, there's another little secret at this location where you can activate this sentry robot. To do that, you need to come into this concrete building right here, where you're going to find a terminal and also a hot rodder magazine, which will unlock a custom paint job for your power armor if you pick it up. If you activate the terminal here, go to play tape, after the loading screen, you actually have an option to activate Sentry bot. So hit that and then say yes. Sentry bot is now armed to kill you. Just kidding. Press play tape again and you'll have an option to deactivate the Sentry bot, engage its defense protocol, or initiate a self-destruct sequence. Click on engage defense protocol and then you can tell it to defend 4 different locations. Now the closest location is USAF Olivia. If you click on this location, the sentry bot will then fire up and start moving towards it. The sentry sentry bot will then go to that location, clear it of any enemies, and then return back for your next mission. Now, it is possible for the sentry bot to get destroyed in some of these missions, but it's also a pretty cool Easter egg you can use to your advantage. Now, you're probably thinking it's pretty strange that Bethesda decided to give the player the most powerful weapon in the game right at the start. But the main problem is the fact that the mini nuke ammo this weapon uses is quite expensive and quite rare to find. There are a few fixed locations in the game where you can get a bunch of mini nukes, or you can visit weapon shop vendors and they'll actually have a chance to stock it, and their inventory resets if you fast travel away and wait 2 days and then go back again. But early on, it's a bit of a struggle, so it may actually be better just to sell it once you've used up all the ammo. It does respawn after 20 in-game days anyway. Next we have the third, but also the fourth best weapon to get early on the list, because they can be found at the exact same location. One of them is actually a unique legendary melee weapon known as Big Jim. Now, this melee weapon allows you to make even the toughest boss enemies in Fallout 4 absolutely harmless by just hitting them in the kneecaps. Because in Fallout 4, after an enemy's legs are crippled, especially if they're a monster who can't heal themselves, they'll go into this down state, as you can see here, and they cannot attack you. They just sit on the floor and sort of flare around a bit in a struggle. Some of the enemies require you to take out one of their legs, and then they'll start hobbling really slowly until you take out the other leg, and then they'll just be sitting on the ground. And at this point, obviously, they're very easy to shoot to death or even just melee to death. Now, the reason this situation is possible is because of Big Jim's legendary weapon effect. It's called Kneecapper, which gives you a 20% chance to cripple enemies' legs. Since you can attack once per every 1.1 second, you're going to be setting off this ability with every 1 in 5 melee attacks, which is pretty often. It also works on humanoid enemies and robots as well. And the fourth weapon we'll be getting is a rifle that you can upgrade into a silent sniper, which is just incredibly fun to use at any point in the game. So both of these weapons are located over here on the map. Once again, we're going to start from Sanctuary Hills. We're going to leave Sanctuary by crossing over the bridge I showed you earlier, and then we're going to be heading directly south from there. And if you look on the map, you'll see that you eventually go under a underpass road, and then you want to keep going south until you arrive at a small pond or lake, which you can kind of see the outline of here on the map. This is actually a marked location called the Walden Pond. And when you first arrive, you'll see a few houses around, one of which is called the Walden Pond gift shop, and the place appears to be quite abandoned. If it isn't for a note on the door, you wouldn't think to investigate the nearby sewer that opens into the lake, because it's here you'll find a secret bandit encampment hidden underground. We actually want to go to the pond itself because there's a secret bandit camp at this location. If we come along the edge of the pond, you'll eventually find a sewer pipe, and in this sewer pipe we can find, it's pretty dark in here, but we can use our Pip-Boy light to provide a light source. If we come inside, you're going to find a little container at the back here, and this actually has some bottle caps and jets in which we can grab. And then if we follow the tunnel, we'll eventually come out to a small little underground encampment where you'll find a few bandits talking. Now, at this point, you can turn off your light and just go ahead and shoot them with the magnum that you brought with you. They have melee weapons, so you're going to want to take care. But they're pretty easy to take out if you're using the magnum you got earlier. They're going to have some ammo on them as well as some raider armor, and you can go ahead and loot them both. But most importantly, we have the first weapon we can find at this location. Just on this duffel bag, we're going to find a short hunting rifle. So go ahead and pick that up. It's a guaranteed location where it spawns. Location just on this raider armor, and you can go ahead and loot them both. But most importantly, we have the first weapon we can find at this location. Just on this duffel bag, we're going to find a short hunting rifle. So go ahead and pick that up. It's a guaranteed location where it spawns. The best rifle you can obtain this early on in Fallout 4, because it uses the common 308 ammo, and it can also easily be upgraded into a sniper rifle by adding the short scope at the weapons workbench. This can actually be added without needing the gunned up perk as well, so it's very accessible to craft yourself an early game sniper rifle. You can also change the barrel size, which is dramatically going to increase the range. And if you want the weapon to look cooler, you can change the short stock into the marksman stock. You can also increase your magazine capacity dramatically with a large quick eject mag. As for the damage, you can increase that by changing the receiver. But next, let's head back to the underground bandit lair of Walden Pond so we can continue to get the fourth weapon. The duffel bag, on the other hand, has some ammo in it. And if we drop down the side here, there's some psycho water. Highly recommend grabbing as many of those. The duffel bag, on the other hand, has some ammo in it. And if we drop down the side here, there's some psycho water and Tales of a Junktown jerky vendor, which is a series of magazines that's going to give you better prices when buying from the vendor. Highly recommend grabbing as many of those as you can. Now, if you carry on following this cave, you're going to come to another area where the bandits are hanging out, so make sure you avoid these hand traps just here. And sneak down the corridor, and then this guy's... And using that key, if you come over to the safe here, you can just go ahead and take him out too. Then we can loot the gift shop key from his body, as well as a bunch of ammunition. And using that key, if you come over to the safe here, you can go ahead and unlock the safe for a boss-level chest of loot with pulse grenades, Radaway, and even a stealth boy. Now, if we come up the stairs, we have the legendary weapon that we actually came here for in the first place, and that is Big Jim. This gives a 20% chance to cripple the target's leg. You don't even need any perks to upgrade it with the hooked attachment. So if you do invest in the blacksmith skill, you can put the heavy attachment on the weapon, which allows it to do over 340 damage. You can also find some ammo boxes to loot, and there's a bottle cap mine in the corner. Now, if you actually head upstairs, you're going to be able to use that gift shop key again to open the front door. Now you're outside, you can loot the cash register for some more ammo and bottle caps, and just out the back here, it's worth looting these bins for some more ammo. Next, we're going to be grabbing the 5th and 6th weapons on our list, which can only be obtained during a quest. Now, this is also the quest if you want to join the Brotherhood of Steel faction as well. So starting from
Age 6. You picked up a gem while playing in the field with your friends. You choose to. Age 16. You entered the sect to cultivate by bribing the elders, but made no progress due to the unstable foundation.
So we must travel all the way to the southeast, as if we were going to Diamond City. We're going to go past the overpass road here on the map until we reach the town of Lexington. This town is located before you cross the river towards Diamond City. And it's here that you're going to find the Cambridge police station. Now, when most people play Fallout 4 for the first time, they normally come this way pretty early on in the game. So it's a pretty easy location to sort of happen upon. And actually, when you get close to the location, you'll get a new quest to listen to a new radio signal called Military Frequency AF95, which you can access from your Pip-Boy. And if you tune into this, you'll start the quest Fire Support. This is the first Brotherhood of Steel quest, and it adds a quest marker to the Cambridge police station, which is a fortified location where the Brotherhood of Steel have set up their forward base. Once you arrive at this location, you'll find Paladin Dance battling wave after wave of ghouls. You can go ahead and wait nearby or even assist him in the battle. And once it's safe, he will talk to you and ask for your help. Make sure you say yes to assisting him, because next you're going to get a quest called Call to Arms. Now, before heading out, you can actually go into the Cambridge police station and freely lose all of their ammo and medical supplies, which is pretty damn handy at this point in the game. Once you're ready, though, talk to Paladin Dance, and he'll tell you to follow him all the way to the Arc Jet facility, which is located on the map directly west from the Cambridge police station, just over here. Now, this is an easy journey to make because there's no high-level enemies, and you also have Paladin Dance with you. He's more of a bullet sponge because he fires that laser rifle like a damn stormtrooper. And once you arrive at the Arc Jet facility, you can go ahead and head inside. The building itself is a pretty linear progression. You're going to be attacked by a few synths, but you're not going to get lost. But eventually you will come to the end room where you'll need to restore the power. So as he fires that laser rifle like a follow him all the way to the Arc Jet facility, which is located on the map directly west from the Cambridge police. station. Just over here. Now, this is an easy journey to make because there's no... And once you arrive at the ArcGen facility, you can go ahead and head inside. The building itself is a pretty linear progression. You're going to be attacked by a few synths, but you're not going to get lost. But eventually you will come to the engine room where you'll need to restore...
These robots were assaulted by me. Actually, maybe... Sith, dude, I'm a the area. Shows a terminal somewhere around here I can use. Yeah, right there. Anything else that I can grab? Doesn't look like it. I didn't know it still had the dud system from New Vegas. Not hitting any duds right now. Oh, there's one.
Terminals in Fallout 4. Amongst all the shooting, looting, lockpicking, talking, selling, and questing you do in Fallout 4, there's a good chance you'll find yourself needing to hack terminals as well. While it is possible to brute force the hacking minigame by randomly choosing words until you get the right one, there's actually a logical method to cracking into a computer. First, though, let's go over what you need before you can even attempt hacking. When trying to crack into a computer and pull apart its code, you must first have the correct rank of the hacker perk, which requires you have a minimum of 4 points in your intelligence stat. If you don't have a high enough rank in the hacker perk, you won't even be able to attempt to access the computer, making the perk an unavoidable necessity, with only novice consoles being accessible without any character improvement. Now, the first rank of hacking is available at level 1 and grants access to advanced terminals. Rank 2 is available at level 9 for expert computers, and rank 3 opens at level 21 for master terminals. Furthermore, there's a final rank to the hacking perk you can take at level 33, and it eliminates pesky downtime when you completely fail a hacking attempt.
Security's too tight.
Now, onto hacking itself. When you boot up any console and begin the hacking minigame, you'll be presented with a wall of junk code containing legible words strewn throughout it. One of the words will be the correct password, and your goal is to figure out which one it is within 4 attempts, with the number of tries represented as boxes at the top of the screen. And if you fail 4 times to guess the right word, you'll be locked out of the terminal for 10 seconds. Figuring out the right word is a fairly simple affair. Each time you select a word from the wall of code, an entry appears to the right of the screen. This entry informs you of how many letters are correct and in the same position as the actual password. Now, if that explanation doesn't make any sense, don't worry, this example should help. Say you choose the word mazes from the code, but the actual password is bands. The terminal will read back that you have 2 likenesses, because the A and the S are the 2nd and 5th letters respectively in both words. This is the basis for terminal hacking. You choose a word, find out how many likenesses it has, and then pair it against the other words in the code, trying to find similarities and hoping you get either more...
Larry,
Hmm.
I want to play now.
When?
I'll play now, mate.
Like right now.
Yeah.
Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Huh? Alright. Where's dog meat?
What just happened?